The World Health Organization lashed out at countries that have started ordering booster shots as supply problems continue to hound vaccine rollouts in poorer nations. The Defense Department has belied circulating photos of the supposed waste dumping in the Spratlys, saying these were taken in the Great Barrier Reef. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana says they are coordinating with concerned agencies to verify the U.S.-based report. The Duterte tandem has topped the latest Pulse Asia survey on the 2022 national elections. A hit-and-run suspect who crashed into several vehicles as he led the police in a car chase has been captured and brought to the Quezon City Police District. And in lighter news, a man dressed up as a T-Rex gets vaccinated in Malaysia. Focused and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. The World Health Organization has warned the public against mixing and matching of COVID-19 vaccines, as well as getting inoculated with booster shots. Meanwhile, one lawmaker is under fire for receiving complete doses of two different COVID vaccine brands. Greg Gregorio with the story.
The Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, is set to meet with San Juan City Representative Ronaldo Zamora to discuss how he got vaccinated with Sinopharm's jab. It was only in June when the China-made vaccine received an emergency use authorization from the regulator. But it's not only that. The San Juan congressman received Pfizer shots after completing his Sinopharm vaccination.
Maybe he can provide us with some information that will help us with the investigation nga itong ang mga Sinopharm na vaccines na nakapasok sa Pilipinas late last year.
Unfortunately, the FDA's probe into the early vaccination of the Presidential Security Group with Sinopharm jabs has not made any progress. They are hoping that Zamora's cooperation will fuel their investigation.
Ang i-investigate natin dito yung mga possible smuggler or distributor at saka distributor nitong mga vaccine, ng mga unregistered vaccine or counterfeit vaccine. No? Hindi naman yung mga victim o yung mga napapayag nilang magpa-injection sa kanila at nasingil nila. No? And these are criminally liable yan, ang pagbibenta sa atin ng unregistered product.
The FDA says that the Pfizer doses administered on Zamora cannot be considered as booster shots just yet. That's because they are uncertain if the Sinopharm jabs given to the congressman were in the first place authentic. For its part, the World Health Organization has lashed out on countries that have started rolling out booster COVID-19 shots.
While many countries haven't even started vaccinating, and another country has already vaccinated majority of its population, the 2 doses, and now moving to a third dose, which is the booster, it's really not only disappointing, it's seriously disappointing. It doesn't even make any sense.
The WHO has also warned against the mix and match of COVID-19 vaccines.
It's a little bit of a dangerous trend here. It will be a chaotic situation in countries if citizens start, deciding when and who they should be taking a second or a third or a fourth dose.
As for the latest on SARS-CoV-2 variants, the WHO has downgraded the P.3 or Theta from a variant of interest to under alert for further monitoring. Nevertheless, health experts vowed to continue looking into the Theta variant, which was first detected in the Philippines.
When we first detected that, it was because there was a surge in the cases in Region 7. Pero parang hindi siya naka-cause, a number of cases increasing in a particular region or that it has spread worldwide.
Both the FDA and the DOH have reiterated that all approved COVID-19 vaccines are effective against any variant. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
On the back of that, authorities are reminding those who have missed their second COVID-19 vaccine doses to still get the jab. In an infographic shared by the Baguio City Health Services Office, those who missed their second Sinovac shot can immediately get it on succeeding days. For Pfizer and Moderna, the second jab could be delayed for up to 6 weeks. A grace period of 12 weeks is recommended for AstraZeneca and 90 days for Sputnik V. Local government units, however, are reminding qualified vaccine recipients to follow their vaccination schedules to avoid inconvenience. And the health department has logged 3,600 new COVID-19 cases today. That is the lowest since June 22. And this has brought total infections to 1,481,000, 46,900 of which are still active. 77 new fatalities were confirmed overnight, pushing the death toll to 26,000. Meanwhile, total recoveries now stand at 1,408,000, with 5,800 new survivors recorded over the last 24 hours. We're pausing for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here. Still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Police officers chased down a hit-and-run suspect who is said to be involved in a series of viral crimes. Jenny Dongon has the story.
In this CCTV footage, a black BMW is seen counterflowing and then hitting a tricycle nearby. Because of the impact, the tricycle driver, later identified as Michael Doniego, was thrown several meters away.
Nakita ko po nakahiga siya sa baba po niya, hindi niya maigalaw. Tapos yung likod niya, masakit daw po.
But instead of helping the victim, the driver of the BMW ran off, resulting in a chase down with cops. The suspect, identified as Arvin Tan, hit several vehicles on the road, including a police mobile. In another video, Tan is seen being cornered by authorities in Recto, Manila. But the suspect still refused to surrender and went inside a police vehicle instead. Cops shot the tires of the mobile to make sure that he won't be able to escape. Authorities eventually captured Tan and brought him to a prison.
Kidnapper yan. Driver daw ng nanay yung tatay. Hindi totoo. Kidnapper yan. Bakit ako tatakbo? Tatawag lang ako sa kotse ko. I-verify yung sugo ako nga may-ari.
The initial investigation stated that the suspect came from a motel in Quezon City. The report added that instead of paying for his stay, Tan was the one asking for money from the hotel manager.
Inahanap itong manager natin at nung magkita sila, hinihingan niya ng 20 mil. Nagtaka yung manager ng Sogo, bakit sa halip na magbayad siya, siya pa ang hinihingan. Kaya ang ginawa po niya, humingi siya ng police assistance.
Accused CPD Station 10 is now coordinating with other police stations in the metro to profile Stan's previous cases.
Ito naman daw po ay talagang matagal nang nagbabiral sa social media na ito rin yung bumangga doon sa taxi at nandura pa doon sa pulis na umaawat sa kanya. Kaya bali, hindi lang po ito unang pangyayari na ginawa niya na nambabangga siya ng mga sasakyan. Tuwing, hindi ko alam kung saan siya lasing o ano, pero lahat po ito ay gagawin namin ng proseso. Alamin namin kung may presensya ba ng droga o nakainom.
For News 5, Jenny Dong, we are One News.
Here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. The Defense Department has refuted a report by U.S.-based firm Similarity on the alleged dumping of waste by Chinese vessels in the Spratlys. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana said the circulating photos were taken in the Great Barrier Reef and happened back in 2014. Nevertheless, Lorenzana has called on all nations to protect the environment. President Duterte and his daughter, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, are the preferred presidential and vice presidential candidates for the upcoming elections. This is based on the latest Pulse Asia survey. 28% of Filipino adults said that they would vote for the presidential daughter, while 18% would vote President Duterte for vice president. Meanwhile, Manila Mayor Isko Moreno is the second choice in both surveys for president and vice president. And the country might soon have to deal with higher borrowing costs after debt watcher Fitch Ratings revised our credit outlook from stable to negative. Despite this, the Finance Department is optimistic that the impact will be temporary, saying the economy is now on the road to recovery. And Malaysian vaccinees waiting for COVID-19 shots got a little more than what they expected after a T-Rex lined up with them. Fitness instructor Kenny Sia dressed up in full dinosaur costume to get his jab, much to the amusement of people. Sia said he did this to protect himself and to lift the mood of medical workers in vaccine sites. After his little stunt, he is now part of Malaysia's 10% vaccinated population. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.